you guys tons of questions. So let's get to it.
Forget it any way I can. Keep on rocking in the free world.
99 problems, but a mortgage ain't one.
Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Okay, let's start with No Progo Pronto. Haven't heard from you for a while. How's it going? You asked me. I have my eye on a 2001 Dodge Ram van 1500 with 150,000 miles. What do you think of that model van? Thanks. Now that's kind of a general question. There's lots of Dodge Ram vans out there. Are you talking about a camper, a Class B, or if it's just a cargo van, or what's going on? I mean, I like the Dodge Ram van chassis. That's, yeah, I'd say about average miles, a little bit higher than normal. If it's an RV, it's definitely higher miles than normal. But I go in kilometers up here, and I've had Ram vans well over 300,000 kilometers before any major work, so they can go a long time. I think maintenance is much more important than what the odometer has. That's definitely in my experience. But let me know what you mean. Do you mean like a Class B motorhome of some sort? You didn't give me a name. Is it a Pleasureway, an Explorer, or something like that? Or anyways, let me know. Next, let's go to Arkansas. Greg says, maybe repetitive, but do you use a TV antenna or subscribe to satellite service? Thanks. No, I don't. I sometimes go over my data by watching Netflix through my Chromecast, but I rarely ever use my TV. It's just not something. I usually don't have time. And I really have to have nothing to do to turn on the TV, but I've always got something to do. So I don't use my TV much. However, that being said, I would definitely look at the Winegard antennas for RVs. They are awesome. Line Screw 1 has one in his RV just out here in Langley. He showed it to me. He's getting like 12 or 13 HD channels for free. So I would definitely get one of those if I wanted to watch a little more TV in here, for sure. I definitely don't watch it enough to subscribe to a service, though, that's for sure. Let's see. Next, Bernui. Okay, your name is spelled B-R-N-U-I. That's kind of a tough one. I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyways, what does your family think of your lifestyle? If and when you visit your relatives, do you stay in your van or in their house? Generally, I'd prefer to stay in here. I got my own bed. It's my own place. And that goes for anywhere I go, pretty much. And what do they think of it? They think it's awesome. In fact, my mother dated a gentleman that I introduced to her many years ago, who lived in a almost Class C, small Class B motorhome, right here in Vancouver. And so, yeah, she's actually been considering, as of late, selling her condo and getting herself an RV of some sort, or a boat. So I guess it runs in the family. Dirty Patches says, hey Justin, love the ballin' van life videos. Ball him. I'm getting the RV and myself ready for full-time living. Right on, man. My question is about water and living in the north. I live in western Montana and hope you have the answer, being about 630 miles from here. Got a nice driveway if you find yourself in the States and thirsty for good beer. What do you do about your water, gray, black tanks in the winter for free? Obviously, you're new to this channel. I live in Vancouver. You see, you Americans all think that north means cold, when in fact, Vancouver and pretty much everywhere in coastal BC is warmer all winter than most of the continental USA. So, us Canadians know that west means warm, east means cold. So, it never got below freezing. I think one night, late November, it went below freezing and we had a little bit of snow. I put up a video that day. The next day the snow was gone by 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's the last time we saw snow this year. It almost never goes below freezing. And the years it does go below freezing, we're talking just a little tiny bit below freezing, not enough to worry about tanks. So I haven't had to do anything or worry about it. And that goes for all the years I've been doing this, which is, oh, well, over 16 years. On and off living in all sorts of RVs. I've never had a frozen tank problem because it's never cold enough to worry about it here. Next, by the way, I'll take you up on that beer if I drive down there, right? It can't be good as Canadian beer, let's be honest. Let's go to the cleaner says, don't remember your past comments on the Chevy vans, because I made some comments that I don't personally, I don't like the Chevy chassis from this era, from the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, and the new ones for sure. Anyways, he's asking why it was I didn't like the Chevys. Generally, for me, it's a little bit about styling. I'm a bit of a car guy. I like the look of the Ram vans. I think they're way sleeker. I think a 1998 Ram van looks a million years newer than a 2015 Chevy van. The 2015 Chevy van, they look like were designed in 1960. Big boxy things. But more than that, they're paper thin, the metal on them. Just go outside and look at whenever a Chevy or GMC Savannah or Express van drives by. I mean, I will pay you some sort of money if you can find one that doesn't have dents on it. They dent if you look at them funny. They are so thin. Now, if you get a previous generation Chevy van before 96 when they changed the body, those things are rock solid like tanks, just like the Ram vans are, and the previous Ford Econolines too. If you kick my van, you'll break your foot. If you kick one of the new Chevy GMC vans, your foot might go right through the wall. So that's why I don't like them. Remember though, I'm a traditionalist. I like big, heavy vehicles, V8 power, you know. So, GL Peter 51 says, I like your 9000 Dickinson Newport heater. This guy right here. And he says, did the van come with it when you bought it, or did you have someone put it in for you? If so, was it hard to install there? Just started to check out your videos. They're cool, thanks. Well, because you're new and you're just starting to check out my videos, obviously you haven't been around. No, one of the first things I did, excuse me, beer's not going down right. One of the first things I did when I bought this was get that fireplace ordered, because I had one in one of my previous vehicles, and I remember how awesome it was. And when I looked for vehicles and I knew I was going to buy an Explorer, I knew exactly that this floor plan had the pantry for the food right there next to the kitchen. So I knew that the P9000 was going to fit there, and I had it all done up in my head before I even got the fireplace. And so put it in. So we just took off the pantry door and boxed it in. It's solid. Got some nice aluminum siding, and just bolted it to the wall. It's just solid wood back there. And I do have a secret compartment behind there, so I didn't lose all the storage. But I mean, to me it wasn't important. This vehicle is already bigger than most Class Bs, so I can deal with a little bit less storage here. I didn't have this much storage in my last vans. And I'm also going to be building a lot of storage up at the front when I take out the front seat and put the little sofa in. So I'm going to reclaim all that storage plus some. Anyways, as far as installation, it's just bolted it to the wall and cut a 3-inch hole in the ceiling, install the chimney cap outside, and then tap into the propane line. And I took the propane line right off the furnace because I never use the furnace anymore. Now, if I was in a cold climate, if I was east, for example, or really far up north, like in Alaska or something, then I would have them both hooked up. So I can use the furnace for a blast of heat, and then flick on the fireplace just to maintain the heat in here. I've considered hooking it up again, getting a T connection to do that, just for those really rare occasional cold days. But again, there was only once or twice this year in Vancouver where it got below freezing, so it hasn't been a priority of mine. But I think it's something I'll do anyways, just for future use if I ever need to use them both. Next, G. Sarjo says, question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I know you work in the wireless industry, and do you have and you still have your side business? I watch a lot of your videos and never see you market promoted on your vids. Be safe, brother. Well, if you're talking about Wham Bam, it has its own YouTube channel, its own website, its own Twitter account, its own Instagram account, and all that. I try to keep everything a little bit separate. I do some cross-promoting, though, obviously. And when I do promotional videos, I put them on this channel, because this is my channel for whatever I want, including that. So it's not just RV life, it's whatever I do in my life. And when something with my business is taking a big portion of my life, then I'm obviously going to share it with people. So there's a lot of variety, that's for sure. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Next to a beach, on an island, on a mountain? I have no clue, and I like it like that. LA Traveler says, I've been following you for a while and love your vids. You actually inspired me to start making YouTube videos. Right on, another one. I just did a video about that. Good for you. Here's my question. How do you get subscribers? I can't get one damn subscriber. I think that's what you meant to say. You forgot the word get. Check it out. Maybe you'll be my first. It's rough, but I'm just getting started and trying to get organized. Thanks, keep on rocking, my brother. My channel is Shane Gaspard, LA Traveler. And click. I am now subscribed to you, buddy. That's how it starts. So this is what you do. You start commenting on people's videos and sharing them on your Google Plus, and you start uploading videos. And use the tags under your video description. Use lots of tags and get people watching for your subject matter, of course. It'll happen, man. It takes time. I honestly, there's little tricks. If I want to get 1,000 subscribers in 2 days, I know how to do it. Just by putting up videos about certain subjects and using certain tag words. But that's not what this channel is about. This channel is actually me, my reality, and my actual life. So I don't want to just put up videos, spam videos, just to get subscribers, and then they're not really interested in what I'm talking about. I want people to subscribe to me who are actually interested in my lifestyle and what I do here, of course, and in my life in general, and other things I do, of course. Ben Schaefer says running your stove all the time is very smart. It cuts down on the moisture. Keep up the great upkeep freedom. All right, I think some people got to work on their punctuation here. Yes, actually, speaking of though, I'm actually turning it off because it is kind of hot in here right now. But I do that a lot, especially after I cook. I leave the fireplace on for a bit. It dries the place out. Jeffrey Foster says, I don't know if you answered this or not, but do you have solar power? And if so, can you tell me how many batteries, panels, amps, etc.? I guess you didn't notice the intro video and the big solar panels on it. Yeah, I have a 120 watt solar panel right above me on the ceiling. I have a 50 watt panel on the front cab, which you can see in all my videos showing the front of my motorhome, and I have a 30 watt panel being installed on the air conditioner vent on the back, and I have two 210 amp hour AGM batteries and a 20 amp charge controller from the solar panel, and it's more than I need. SKP Joe Coursegold says, good questions, better answers. Okay, that was a statement, not a question, but I agree with you, and it's because of all you guys and your awesome questions that I keep doing these videos. So keep them coming, and we'll talk to you soon. Keep on rocking the free world.
Do it in a van.